Revelation, this is the book of Revelation, chapter 7, verse 1. And after these things, I saw four angels standing on the four corners of the earth, holding the four winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. And I saw an angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living power. And he cried with a loud voice to the four angels, to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, Hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads. Shalom, shalom. Salakia. Shalom, shalom. Before I begin this lesson, I want to give all praise, honor, and the glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles, bishop, and elders, a great millstone that rule well, and peace and blessing be multiplied on all you brethren teaching this word in all sincerity and in truth. Shalom to the elect, 144,000, and the rest of the elect out there, shalom. I'm the brother Dama Gabar here with another lesson, Lord willing to edify through the spirit and power of Yahweh Yahweh Shai. All right, and I wanted to read through this quick lesson, dealing with Revelation, the 7th chapter, dealing with the four winds, which we know is ultimately the four winds that are being held back, is the total destruction of Babylon, the great America, and Israel, and the nuclear missiles being, loosed, and before that, as of right now, hey, we can see that the elect are pretty much sealed, man, are already sealed. Now we know, of course, that the MOTB, the mark of the beast, has to fully be implemented before, this third world war is fully, is at its full, reaches its peak, But as we can see right now with this whole situation with Iran and Israel, all these Gulf states that are getting involved in this skirmish. Now you got France, you got Spain getting involved. You got North Korea talking about sending troops to help Iran, China talking about sending troops to help Iran, as we're seeing this buildup of this third world's woe. Like I said, of course, we know the MOTB is going to come first, but ultimately, hey, we can see the Lord is getting ready to loose these four winds. And like I said, this whole situation with Israel and Iran and the West, the least of the flock, drawing Babylon the Great into this situation is what's going to lead, to the four winds being loose, which is going to be the complete nuclear destruction, man, of Babylon the Great, of Israel, and these nations being gathered in that valley of Jehoshaphat. You see. And, hey, the elect are sealed, man, and, and things are moving very quickly, man. Hey, this situation with, this talk of this whole Iran and, Israel situation each and every day is just getting more intensified, man, and we know, it's, going to lead into, this final showdown, the war to end all wars. But again, I have to keep reiterating, we know that the mark of the beast will come first. But, hey, the way that things are going, the way that things are looking, with the closing of the Strait of Hormuz, with all of these things happening, it's looking like, oh, and I heard that the Federal Reserve allegedly got cyber attacked. So, hey, we know these devils are going to use these situations, more T attacks, more situations to ultimately, use this to crash this economy, to speed up this NWO. But at the same time, hey, it's leading for these prophecies to be fulfilled, man. Hey, man, and hey, the time is close. Hey, the Lord is definitely doing his thing in the earth, and he's bringing these prophecies to pass. And hey, man, this just shows that the elect are pretty much sealed. And all we're waiting for is for, the MOTB and for, this, for this third world war to escalate. And, hey, it's happening and it's moving very quickly. All right. And this is Matthew chapter 24, verse 29. Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven. The powers of heaven shall be shaken. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. You see, so, and these are the major two prophecies that we've, starting with the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, have been going into heavy is what? The MOTB, the mark of the beast, and this third world war. which we know Yahweh Shah is going to make his glorious return in the midst of this war, and the war that's getting ready to lead, this war that's going to, this situation that's going to lead to the war to end all wars. We literally seeing it taking shape and taking form. So hey, man, hey, this thing is definitely close. Hey, you know what I mean? Hey, the brothers, just keep grinding, brothers, stay focused. Keep stay prayed up, stay dialed in, and hey, stay the course, man. Hey, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is definitely making moves, and these prophecies are accelerating. The time is getting shortened, and these things are heating up, and it's going to lead to the glorious return of our Lord and Savior Yahweh Shai, which is going to be our salvation. We're going to be freed from this captivity, freed from this hell, man. And the Lord is allowing these heathens to gather themselves together for this. To gather in that valley of Jehoshaphat so they can ultimately be judged, man. And that's going to be our ticket out of this hellhole, out of this captivity, out of this rulership and dominance of the heathen. It says, and then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other, you see? And as the Lord is holding these angels back to release, those four winds, at the same time, the Lord is going to gather his elect from the four winds, which is what? The four corners of the earth, or wherever the elect may be in these, in these last days. And we can literally see it right there, man. So brothers, just, hey, man, brothers should be pumped up. Brothers should be, rejoicing, man, because the Lord is making good on these prophecies. And hey, and these things are no longer being prolonged, man. All these Israelite groups who are teaching bullshit, all these guys who are denying that the mark of the beast is the implantable, the micro C-hip, all these guys are getting ready to be faced with the reality of the truth. You see? While all these guys are out here bullshitting, these Israelite groups are out here talking about marriages and singing kumbaya and, marriages and all this other worldly bullshit going on in these debates. Hey, the true prophets are prophesying of these end time prophecies. And you don't hear these other Israelite groups going into these things. They're going into all this other bullshit, doing all these stupid ass debates. You got dumb niggas selling out, teaching Gentile salvation, but meanwhile, these last few major prophecies are right there at the door, and you don't hear a peep out of these other so-called Israelite groups, man. See? But hey, we're going to continue to stand upon our watch and continue to, stay on top of these things because, it's just the time, man. All right? And this is Revelations chapter. Let me read up. Yeah, Revelations 11 and 12. And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither. You see, and this is synonymous with the return of Yahushua. And when Yahushua cracked those clouds and make his second return, and judge these nations and those missiles are shot up, hey, this is what the elect are going to be doing in those times, those that are sealed. We're going to come up hither into the clouds and into the chariot with Yahushua to be delivered from this nuclear destruction. And we're going to see the lake of fire, which is Babylon the Great, totally engulfed in nuclear destruction. It says, come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them. And at the same hour there was a great earthquake, and the 10th part of the city fell, which is America. And in the earthquake was slain of men 7,000, and the remnant were affrighted and gave glory to the God of heaven. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. And like I said, this whole situation that we see happening over there in the Middle East and in those Gulf states is what's going to ultimately lead to this third woe. But like I said, of course, we know the MOTB is going to come, which even that is accelerating. Even that is getting ready to be here before you know it, man. And then what? This third world is going to come. Yahushua is going to crack those clouds. Those nuclear missiles are going to fly. These nations are going to be judged. The elect are going to be beamed up. And then it's going to be our time. All right? It's going to be our time. All right? And we're going to come out of those chariots after however long the Lord's going to have us up there. After we're crowned and receive those palms and receive those new bodies, we're going to come back down here on the earth and establish a new heaven and a new earth. We're going to grab up these elites, these international bankers, the kings of the earth out of their bunkers, wherever they may be. Going to slap chains on their ass, and we're going to put these heathen in subjection, and then we're going to establish the kingdom of Jerusalem on on earth as it is in heaven under Yahweh Shai, with King David sitting on the throne with the 144,000 and the rest of the Israelites, man, forever and ever, man. Hey, so hey, praise Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. The Lord is definitely working. Hey, this thing is moving quickly. We almost out of here. So with that, Lord willing, this is edifying, and until the next one, I say shalom.